What's going on, guys? Matt here with T&M Product Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at a couple items from a company called Tuff Ring. So this is the steel case that their rings come in, and they are silicone rings. So kind of like Groove or Quelo, Tuff Ring also makes silicone wedding bands or rings if you just want to wear a ring. I don't know why you would. But we're going to take a look at these here today. Let me get you switched over to the tabletop and I'll show you the three that I have and we'll talk about them. Alright guys, I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, got you switched over to the tabletop here. So this is the setup for the Tuff Rings. So as you can see, I have three of them here and we'll go over each ring individually in just a minute. But when you order them, a lot of times they throw in this nice little tin. Now they say it's worth $15, but I mean, it's just a little basic tin. Honestly, there's nothing to it. Just has the cutouts for the rings in it and a little bit of foam. Nothing else in the case. But these are, like I said, these are from Tuff Ring. They are silicone made in America rings. I ordered during a time where they were doing a sale. You bought one, you got two more for free. And pretty much what they describe these as is just not your normal silicone ring. Honestly, I've had groove rings before, and I do like this one better. Now, I did have a printed groove ring, so I don't know if that might have changed the way that the ring felt or the ring worked, so that might have thrown me off of the one that I had. But as you can see, these things are really pliable, almost rubber. I mean, they're silicone, so but my groove ring wouldn't do this. I felt like I was going to break it if I would roll it like this. But on the rings themselves, so if I can get the camera to, there we go. So you can see the T on that stands for Tuff. So that is they mark it with a T for their dedication to their customers, is what they say. And then on the other side, they have a subdued flag in whatever color you choose. And that is supposed to be their dedication to their country. These are made in the USA, so kind of a cool little feature. And then just like groove rings have the grooves on the inside, Tuff Rings have 4 vent holes on both sides. I've been wearing these things. I've worn all 3 of them, and I've worn them while doing the dishes and at work. Obviously, working in corrections, having a metal ring is, one, it's dangerous because you're looking to lose. Secondly, we have a lot of high-end glass, reflective around, and rings damage them more than anything. Somebody's sitting there tapping on a window to get somebody's attention. We crack windows because of rings, metal rings specifically. So the 3 that I purchased, this one here is their flat earth. So it's kind of like a really, really dull tan, almost white. The black camo, which this one's going to be hard to see, but you can kind of see the white that's mixed in with it there. More so right there by these holes in the back here. And then the Blue Lives Matter law enforcement one that they did, they just painted in a little line on the subdued flag. Not really anything else they did to it for that matter. But you can also pick them up in orange green. They have crimson red, gunmetal gray, navy blue, olive green, stone gray, and then Titan black is their original. So you got some options there. From my personal experience with my groove ring, I'd actually fractured my ring finger ever so slightly, but enough that it swelled up and I couldn't wear my ring for a few weeks, months, and then at that point the ring wouldn't fit, and it actually got hard to the point that I couldn't put it back on. The ring did actually end up breaking. So the way these ones feel, I don't feel that they're going to have any trouble, honestly. I can't say anything about them that's bad, really. Like I said, I've been wearing them to work for about a week now. I've kind of transitioned. This is the one I wear to work. And then I've been switching back and forth between these two at home and washing dishes, doing anything I need to at work, grabbing railings. The only complaint I really have is because they're new. Anytime I reach in my pocket or I reach for something, they do catch because they're so malleable. So hopefully eventually that'll work. But other than that, they're a great set of rings for a decent price. I mean, these are $34.95 for one, and like I said, if you catch it, they do a lot of deals where it's buy one get two for free. So if you work in law enforcement, firefighter, mechanic, heavy construction, anywhere that wearing a metal band is going to risk your hand, and what I mean by that is if your hand gets crushed, the ring's not going to stay crushed. As soon as the weight comes off of your hand, it's going to shape back with your finger. Firefighters, obviously, you can't wear metal bands if you're inside of a structure fire. You know, those bands are going to heat up and you're going to burn your finger right off. You know, you're going to burn right through the skin with your ring. I know whenever I was running, I always took my ring off in the car before I got out to go into the station. So that's an option in law enforcement. You know, sometimes we got to do things we don't want to. There's a chance of getting into altercations where, you know, your ring might get ripped off and lost in a yard, or, you know, your hand might get smashed for whatever reason. And yet again, you know, it's not going to crush your finger, and that weight's not going to, the ring's not going to crush with it and stay crushed. It's going to spring back. So that is all I got on the Tuff Rings, guys. If you like the video, definitely drop a comment. If you yourself or have a Tuff Ring, let me know. Let me know what your experience is. If you've had them for a couple months or a couple years, let me know how they're holding out for you. I'd like to know. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification icon so you're notified anytime we drop a new review. That's all I got for you here today, guys. Later.